guys, welcome to the Treasury Update Podcast Coffee Break Session, the show where we cover foundational Treasury topics and questions in about the same amount of time it takes you to drink your coffee. This is your host, Alexa, and I'm joined today with Craig Jeffery, Managing Partner of Strategic Treasurer. Welcome back, Craig.
Thanks, Alexa.
Today we're going to switch it up a little bit and kind of talk about Treasury dashboards. So, Craig, what are Treasury dashboards?
Sure. A Treasury dashboard is a report or review that provides information across a number of topics that usually can be drilled into to find more information, additional learning, status, or trends over time.
So then what should be included, or what is typically included in a Treasury dashboard?
Yeah, so while there can be a lot of variations between companies, one of the most common items in dashboard is there's some type of flash report. This is where is our liquidity across the globe by currency, country, bank, financial instrument. So that's usually a key part of it. Some of those flash reports have a forecasting element to it, so it has information going out several days. Dashboards oftentimes, have a focus on liquidity like the flash report, but it might have some other elements, planned forecast items, significant items, events, some type of diary for significant Treasury transactions. They'll oftentimes have operational statistics or information in them as well, like what's occurred over time, almost like monthly reporting. Others use a dashboard to keep track of workflow items. So how many payments are in the mix waiting to be approved. These dashboards can also give a view of what might be approaching a problem. Maybe it's approaching a particular cutoff time. There's items still in the process, things that need to be reviewed or repaired. Those are some of the most common elements that are shown in dashboards, and these dashboards are either run on top of an individual system, like a treasury management system or a bank portal. But other dashboards pull data in from a range of systems. They use more of a BI tool. They'll pull data in from the ERP, maybe from whatever they're using for cash positioning and forecasting, and other stats that go into a repository. So they're getting much more sophisticated both within these other tools as well as what treasury groups are providing and reporting on.
Okay, that's great. I'm really sort of picturing my car dashboard where, when you fill up your tank, it'll tell you estimated miles until empty again. So I feel like that's kind of the forecasting or the more forward-looking piece of that. And then, the current might be your speed limit or anything when you're actually driving. So that's good to say that they really can capture small pieces or a bigger picture of everything.
No, I like that picture of the dashboard on your car. That's a perfect example. And then I would layer in the, what's changing over time is some cars, if you've ever had the opportunity to drive a car with a heads-up display where it paints the windshield, so you see things like I can see my speed on the windshield and I can see other key elements without having to look away from where I'm driving is another nice feature and an appropriate analogy to your car example.
Yeah, that's great. Thanks for expanding on that. So then why are dashboards useful?
Just the ability to rapidly find information that's important, that you've deemed important, and the ability to drill in and self-serve and answer additional questions. You want to put things in the dashboard that people need to see, want to see, and find it useful for making decisions, making corrections and adjustments. So whether it's operational items or issues that might, be red flag items, files haven't come in, activity hasn't occurred, payments are in danger of being late, to I'm on the warning track or I'm past certain thresholds on policy or plans that I can see and react to, just like the warning light on your dashboard. Great for operating treasury.
That's great. I was going to kind of go back to that analogy and say that it's like if you're looking at your speed limit and, maybe you're going too fast or too slow, you can kind of adjust it live. So I feel like that's sort of what you're saying. with the shift to remote work sort of increasing in these COVID times, have we seen any significant changes in dashboarding, or maybe they're being used more, or what's your take on that?
Yeah, this might be one area where I don't know that I've seen COVID make the change. I mean, obviously we've been in COVID for, over a year and a half now. There's been significant progress on dashboards, more BI related. There's been developments across what banks provide, what treasury management systems provide, what risk monitoring systems provide. So there's been significant growth in that overall area. I don't know that's specifically related to COVID, other than there's a lot more attention in COVID to forecasting, and to the extent that dashboards usually have some kind of liquidity or forecasting component, there might be some interplay there.
Okay, that's really good. So then I'll just do a quick recap of everything. What is a Treasury dashboard? It could be a number of topics and a number of different depths, covering anything in the Treasury area. And then what could be included in those? Again, a lot of variation. So whether it's the flash reports or kicking out into some forecast data, it could be focused more on liquidity or, month-to-month comparison. So there's really a lot of variations there. And then we've definitely seen that they're useful. And maybe COVID hasn't changed it a ton, but there has been some significant changes on that BI side. Did you want to add anything to that wrap up?
No, I liked it. Thanks for the time.
Yeah. So then thank you everyone for tuning in today, and make sure you join us back every first and third Thursday of the month to cover a new coffee break session. And if you have any topics or questions, comments, just want to reach out to us, you can send us an email at podcast@strategictreasure.com. Thanks again for joining me, Craig.